Empathy, yes, but giving them money, no.
He paints the skies, Sonoran mystic with ancient ties. Cards.
So Pisces, this is Don from Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and this is usually where you would find your tarot reading for the week. It's intuitive. However, we're getting rid of the cards this week because the psychic spirits hit me hard with some specific information, and I didn't need the cards. So let's go into it. You're starting your week off with some questions and some need for empathy for others. This is a week where you're going to be hit by a lot of different sides and people who need things and want time for you, as well as maybe a little bit of money. That will not happen until maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. But when they come knocking, unfortunately, though you may have empathy for them, do not turn that empathy into money. This is not the week for that. You must put yourself as priority one this week. First thing you need to do is look at your finances, look at your money, see where it is, see where it should be, what is working for you, what isn't working for you, and more importantly, where you want to be. If you know where you're going, more importantly, you'll know then where to put your money. And I think there's going to be some need for shifting and adjusting. That's why, first and foremost, you are priority one this weekend, not other people, because I don't think you understand completely where your money is and how it's making money or not making money. And so once you put your house in order, then maybe you can lend it to somebody else. So empathy, yes. But giving them money, no. By the end of the week, you are definitely going to be in a situation where you will know where you are financially, and then you are ready to take a strike, take a hit, take a move forward, and take that next step into the investment world. I'm not exactly sure what kind of investment I'm picking up, but it is not a major company. It's not a big company. I'm asking you to look for some smaller companies, some companies that are hidden gems, some companies that have a lot of value, a lot of momentum, but have not been picked up by the big boys. So you have to do a little research, but there is something out there. Remember, I don't give specific investment advice. What I do, because I am not certified, I don't have any specialties in that sense. What I do is I pick up spirit energy and I start the conversation with you. You need to do your research. You need to figure out what that may mean for you and how to put that in play. But that's, again, a decision you have to make. I'm giving you direction. I'm giving you a spark of a conversation so you can do the research and figure out what works for you. Additionally, during the end of the week, you're also going to have a purchase that's going to pop up, a purchase that you didn't plan for. In other words, you may wind up losing a tire in a car. You may wind up having a vehicle problem of some kind. You also may have an appliance issue at home, those kind of things. That's going to affect your finances. So in the first part of the week, when you're looking at your money and you're reviewing what it is that's working for you and what isn't, make sure you add a little buffer in there for this kind of experience, because if it doesn't happen by end of week, it'll happen in the next week, and you're still going to have to account for that money. So let's make sure we take this opportunity and plan for it in advance. Okay. Again, it's going to be a week for you taking care of yourself, a week for you focusing on what works for you, a week of not lending money to anybody else, a week of preserving a little capital for an emergency situation, which will probably happen again later in the week or into next week. And most importantly, stay positive, stay resolute, and make sure that you are always making decisions focused on what your long-term goals are. If you ask yourself, does this help me to achieve my long-term goal? And it does not, then it needs to go away. If it says yes, then you know you're on the right path. And if you aren't quite certain, ask your spirit guides, ask your universe, and say, hey, please make me feel some way, get some message, or importantly, just pop something through my head to let me know that it's there, to confirm or deny. Confirm that I go away or deny my opportunity, whatever it takes, okay? Use the spirits around you. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you. With that said, I'm going to let you go. And again, this is a very unique situation. I usually do not do the psychic hits, but today was such a strong one that I knew I did not need the intuitiveness with the cards. I'm getting it directly from the source. And I used it hopefully to your advantage. Please help me grow my channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow button on YouTube. Specifically, when you hit subscribe, hit that notification button. And also share this. People need to hear this information. I'm the only guy doing the tarot and the astrology combination with financial and investment advice on the net. This week, not so much tarot, but usually that's the case. But most importantly, I'm putting it to use for you and for others around you. Help them and help me by hitting that share and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Until next week, love, light, and blessings from Sonoran Mystic Tarot, me and my family, to you and yours. Have a great one. Bye-bye.